27. Whoa, it suffers no damage from area attacks. Aside from life ability or Emperor's Wrath. Adjacent to the target cell suffers 1-to-1 psi ratings times power star damage dealt by this attacker to allies is reduced by allies resolve. Nah. Whatever. This would be great stuff, if not the 6 direct damage to Navigator. Okay, I don't have any upgrade stuff for my buddies. Whom next? Classified information. Pascal. Okay, let's speak with Pascal and the classified informations that I have. Hello, Mr. Pascal.
The Messiah knows all.
Comprehends all. Pascal, shrouded in his crimson robe, greets you with a soft voice synthesized by the Fog's system. The mechadendrites growing out of the tech priest's back swivel in your direction as if examining you with curiosity. Oh, tell me more about this, tell me about your past. I'm no longer required. Whatever.
Approved. I did conceal certain information. I was a student of Archmagus Amanat, but I committed an act of betrayal after he deviated from sacred dogma.
The mechadendrites coil around the tech priest's chest and shoulders, as if trying to protect him. What did Amarnath do?
He fell into schism and challenged the sacred boundaries of knowledge. The blessed Amanat claimed the limits of what is permitted must be expanded, because by refusing to explore certain law, we find ourselves in contempt of the seventh universal law. Comprehension is the key to all things.
Continue.
My mentor put forth a thesis claiming that we have stagnated, that ritual is now nothing but a cage for souls and forced worship of the Omnissiah. He sought to break the cycle of mindless repetition because he saw the inevitable demise of our faith and all humanity at the end of it.
Certain aspects of the Imperium have indeed ossified. His arguments sound reasonable.
This statement is false. My mentor's words sound like heresy. Limits were established because it is dangerous to venture beyond. Each step past them could lead to a bloody slaughter, but the blessed Amanat was not afraid. The teachings of the blessed Amanat spread, and word of it reached the conclave of the Cognizance fleet. They recognized his teachings as tech heresy. Many tech priests suddenly vanished or were subjected to servo penance for minor transgressions. The students of Amanat whose number included many enlightened and respected tech priests, resisted. My prognosis showed that our most likely future was a schism and a fratricidal war that would destroy the Cognizant's fleet. That was when I headed to the Conclave. I confessed and handed the information about my mentor's research over to the Conclave. Brazen and thematic studies of the Forbidden Law. The Conclave could use that data to summon Archmagos Amonat to stand trial and compel him to repent on pain of excommunicate traitoris. His subsequent fate is unknown to me.
I don't think I will be able to trust you now, traitor. You acted as a loyal You acted as a loyal son of the Imperium should.
I pray that the Omnissiah grants us wisdom to overcome the dialectic differences that divide us.
The Vox system emits a painful crunch, like the sound of snapping bone. So why did you go to Ryket
I was
Minoris?
summoned there by a message that was encrypted with the Blessed Amonat's personal code, and could it be interpreted in several ways. One thing was certain. We were in danger, and I had to go to Ryket Minoris.
Tech priest named Abel. Who is he?
Assessing his personality is difficult. The spirit of Brother Abel is different from that of most people. Tech comrades of the Cog call such persons quiet ones. He possesses significant intellect, but shuns communication. So far, I have not been able to determine why Abel summoned me to Ryket Minoris, how he is related to the Blessed Amonat, or why he bears the same name as me. Perhaps the Reverend Abel cannot fully actualize and interpret the available data.
What are you going to do next?
I was wrong when I assumed it was the Blessed Archmagos Amonat, who assumed the guise of Abel Haneman.
Haneman, not
There
Huneman.
is a connection between him and the Reverend Abel,
Yeah.
and I intend to uncover the nature of this link.
I don't know why I read this Huneman, but it fits more. Heineman. Huneman. Huneman is better on tongue, so yeah.
Acknowledged. I will return to ruminating on the search.
I want to
for the
know
Blessed
more about
Amonat.
your past.
The request is approved. I have no outright restrictions on disclosing this information.
Behind the tech priest's shoulder, the mechadendrites spread out like wings. Where are you from?
Information about my origins is worthless. I belong to the priesthood of explorators and came to the Coronis Expanse over 200 years ago.
You know what?
The events preceding that moment are insignificant.
Yeah, we can stop here. I must take my leave.
May your
Because The rogue trader's cogitator on the bridge once belonged to Theodora von Valencius. Pascal is sure that it can be used to decrypt the discovered databank. Yes, don't show this tutorial. Link your account. I have no data chronicle. Do I have any cogitator on the bridge once belonged to Theodora von Valencius. Rogue trader's cogitator on the bridge. Okay, so not in my quarters. Turn on. The reflections of the bridge lights are playing on the unlit vid screen of the cogitator. Next to the machine stands a hunched tech priest who bows as you approach, his body nearly folding in half. Lord Captain, the machine spirit of this mechanism slumbers. Should you wish to awaken it, use the key of your blood. Place your hand inside the servitor's maw. The servitor's powerful jaws close around your hand with a screeching clack. You feel the cold metal pierce your skin and draw blood. The vid screens in front of you flickers restlessly, filling with numerical combinations. The tech priest by the cogitator nods curtly. The sacred mechanism is awake and ready to receive your request, Lord Captain. Pascal has informed me that the system has encrypted data stored inside. I wish to know its contents. Without another word, the tech priest turns to the cogitator. He raises his hand and the prayer of binary code purrs out of his Vox device. The servo motors in the bowels of the machine grow louder, its undulating hum responding to his chant. Numerical combinations run down the screens. Yeah. The machine spirit has discovered numerous critical errors. The data is damaged. The tech priest stops abruptly and the green glow of his visor narrows. Registering an intact segment, the machine spirit has spoken. The worlds of Kiava-Gamma and Dargonus hold certain data repositories. The mechanism is ready to provide the rogue traders with the data keys that can unlock said repositories. What data repositories? That remains hidden. The encrypted data bank belonged to the esteemed Theodora von Valencius. She was the only one who could have known about these repositories. Perhaps the former Ensign Prime also could have known. Only I accept his code. If I were to propose a hypothesis, it would be most prudent of a figure as esteemed as a rogue trader to store her classified data in receptacles most secure. How do I accept these keys? The gracious machine spirit is willing to transfer the data keys to the head of House von Valencius by means of an hypodermic tattoo augment. If you are ready to accept the keys, place your hand inside the servitor's mouth. Deep within the servitor's dark gullet, unseen, burning hot needles pierce your wrist, but the sharp pain only lasts a moment. The electrode that has been planted inside your wrist should be enough to open the repository doors. I need to know more about the caches. Tech Priest's augmented fingers dart around the control panel. The Omniscience favors you. The machine spirit is willing to commence the calculation procedure that could restore the lost data. I'm interested in cache of Kiava-Gamma. Second. The machine hums louder until it lets out a resounding crackle. Then the sound stops, and an unmoving numerical combination lights up on the screen. The tech priest's synthesized voice sounds almost concerned. The data has been restored, but it is only a single phrase. Litanies of the motive force. That is all the sacred machine mechanism was able to salvage. Within the cogitator, pick up the pace, the heavy drum growing louder. The machine clicks abrasively and for several minutes, until eventually a numerical code appears on the screen. The tech priest turns to you. Blessed are the Omniscience deeds. The repository on Kiava-Gamma has a security system guarding it. The machine spirit has recovered a code that will allow you to disable the defense. If the tech priest of the Adeptus Mechanicus been able to discern how the ship was able to start the warp engine. Dungeon Seer Prime spends hours pursuing the quest of knowledge in hopes of comprehending the nature of said miracle. May the Omnissiah's Great guide him on his journey. Okay. Can be found in the capital of Von Valencia's Protectorate. Maybe someone who knew her well might be able to provide some clues. Engine Seer. Engine Seer, Yocasta, Factotum. Henrik Montag. He was the Engine Seer. Probably. What do I owe? The honor. What was about the bringer of woes? Do I even need to say it? The moment you came aboard, Lady Theodora perished. So did her arch-militant, as well as half of the senior officers and a quarter of the Infernus Guild, along with the previous Infernus Master. Oh, he's an Infernus Master. What's worse, rations don't taste as good anymore. Fire burns hotter and that sinister look in your eyes. Like you are about to put a curse on someone. Yep, it's what the Voidsman said, so it must be true. Put a curse on you this very instant. It seems that several of the ship's bays are due for this depressurization as a disciplinary measure. Yeah, depressurize everyone. Ludicrous nonsense. Don't let it get to you, they'll get bored of it soon enough. How did you come to be in service? Blah blah blah, that's enough for me. Engines here. Who the hell is Engines here? High Factotum, you cast a Sourback. Cogitator. Master Helmsman. Who the hell is Engines here? Abelard, tell me who the hell is he?
Lord Captain.
Discovered that there are caches left by Theodora somewhere on Dargonus and Kiava Gamma. Do you know anything about this?
It is wise for a rogue trader to have caches where they can safely store important information. And utterly unwise to share the coordinates of such caches with anyone. Even one's most trusted associates.
The shadow of a set smile appears and immediately vanishes from the Seneschal's face.
I'm afraid I do not know how to find the caches, but I can offer some help. Your predecessor used this numeric code to deactivate certain defense systems in her service. If I know Lady Theodora as well as I think, then I'm quite certain that she left her caches well guarded. In that case, this code will be useful to you. Lord Captain.
Things that may be useful as the rogue trader. I'd like to know more about the Seneschal. First name if you wish. I'm no longer in need. I must take my leave.
Lord Captain.
And the last one. Oh. Let's move to Corona's Expanse. Yay! Let's do something. Besides talking and reading. Well. Lord Captain, we are once more within reach of the Von Valencia's Protectorate. Of utmost urgency is restoring communication with your planets and bestowing the wisdom of your decrees upon their stewards, developing colonies, claiming new territories, and establishing trade links. All this is now your privilege and burden. And dialogue. Drusus' Blessing, Ashworld. The Corona's Expanse is a vast region of space where you will travel between different star systems. In each system, unique events can occur. By steering your flagship toward them, you can explore planets, study anomalies, and interact with other ships. To switch to the map on the entire Corona's Expanse, click the button in the bottom right corner of the screen. So this one. But we have something to do in here, probably. From where do you source the components you sell? I would like to know more about the merchant fleet's operation in the Kronos Expanse. Over and out. I want to take a look. Oh yeah. Buy all available. Reputation. Oh. This one. Long range lance weapon. So 19 damage. Short range prow mounted macro cannons which fire 4 shots dealing 14 damage per shot. Well. Upgrade hull or upgrade ram. Hull. And ram, whatever. Why not? Okay, so all features boasts. Boasts. I have 35. Yeah, Jay, change me in this place. You have 80. You have 90. Oh. 87 is good too. That's weird that she has more points in it than I got the Adeptus Mechanicus guy. 65, 65. You have 55. And you have 90. Cool. Development. Oh, nice. Let's go to Ash World. Extract him. No resources. Dead world. Okay. Stations airlock have been sealed from the inside. The Vox recording is stating that the priesthood of the Altar Temple... Okay. So let's move out. Nice. Oh, yes. Telicus Epsilon. This is an uncharted system. Supply footfall with provisions from the agri-world Yanis. Restore shipments from Yanis. Industrial world. Nihilus system. Administrative apparatus and Argonus. And uncharted. The Navica. Chart new routes. Oh, great. Standard scanning could not reveal a route to the selected system, but you can still get there by spending points of Navigator's Insight. A plot a guaranteed direct path. Got it. Oh my god, this is an uncharted system. This is like a blood vein to the Imperium. So the green one is what? Avernus. Soto's tomb. Let's go to Soto's tomb. Warp travel. Lord Captain, the ship's senior officer requested an audience with you. They're humbly awaiting you on the bridge. Why? Why are you doing this? Yes. Speak. Lord Captain, if I may request your attention for a moment, I must report a series of highly dangerous violations that have been taken place in the fuel compartment. The Master-at-Arms is ignoring my demands, and I am thus forced to appeal directly to you. The fuelers have founded a sect of some kind. This group practices fire worship of the Emperor and has been burning promethium near the fuel lines. I beg you to stop this madness before we all go up in flames. I should point out that there have been no incidents in the fuel compartment so far, and that the beliefs of the sect do not affect the obedience of the workers or their efficiency in any way. All assemblies are conducted strictly after hours with the permission of their superiors. However, if you find their practices unacceptable, we will put stop to them immediately. This code is it considered heretical. This matter is beyond my purview. Let Confessor Adalbert be the judge of this business. Long, rosy-cheeked old man steps forward, his voice deep and sonorous. The Emperor protects your lordship. I can assure you that there is no heresy festering in the fuel compartment. The sect of the fire prophecies has been tested for purity and found to be in accordance with the creed. Their leader, who calls himself the Oracle of Fire, is devout and submissive to his servants. They do not twist the sacred teachings, and as for the chosen forms of worship, these are neither rare nor remarkable. Many such minor cults exist in the Imperium with the full approval of the Exarchy, whatever. Do they have to burn anything near the fuel pumps? Really make prophecies? Do they really make prophecies? At least he and his flock believe that the Emperor reveals glimpses of the possible future to him in the sacred flame. Occasionally his visions do come true, or so his followers convince themselves. We do not know whether the grace of the great God Emperor truly lies upon him, or if he is merely a charlatan, or perhaps a blissful lunatic, or a wicked rogue who possesses psychic power not tempted by his will. A cracking voice interrupts the confessor's words. Lord Captain, as choir master of the Astropathic Choir, I must be watchful of any threats to the ship's safety originating from the Immaterium. I have heard rumors about this oracle, and so I have sent my adepts to see him. They said that the man is a psyker. This man who speaks to the warp is a danger to himself and to the entire vessel. Both law and common sense dictate that he should be thrown into a holding cell, tranquilized and handed over to Inquisition to be sent to Holy Terra. Alternatively,